Guys, Ged Walters here. We're at Las Colinas Golf Club in Alicante in Spain, and I'm going to help you hit the golf ball further. One of the biggest questions that gets asked when people come into the bay, when people send emails in and messages, and probably you ask yourselves when you're in the golf clubs at home as well, is I don't hit the ball far enough. I want more distance. And a lot of people think they can go and get one of these and it's going to do it for them. And it's not. It's going to help. If you get a great driver, it will help you, but it will only help you. You've got to make sure that you harness the power correctly and then you release the power correctly. There are a couple of key elements to getting more power, and one of them is probably the biggest one we see in a teaching bay and across all of club golf, is the early release. And then you probably know the old chicken wing and the separation of the arms. So we'll see here from the top of the backswing, we'll get a little bit of early release, a bit of separation here. No extension at this point, maybe a bit of fall back as well, and from that point there. So a fabulous little drill, and it just needs one of these. This is an airflow ball. Everybody's probably got one floating about somewhere. And I want you to get the airflow ball and just stick it into your right armpit. That's it, stick it there. You can use a golf ball, but it's painful, trust me, I've done it. So the airflow ball is the key. Now, from this point on here, I want to keep this airflow ball tucked in. I don't want to get no early extension and have that hit the ground, because that's going to lose lag. And the big word everyone wants, they want to keep lag, they want to keep the club looking this way. Well, that movement there, that's never going to keep it. So we want to get the airflow ball and we want to keep it in there. So I'm tucking that in there. A couple of key points so that we can keep that airflow ball in position. We need to hold it properly. We need to take hold of the club so we can use the hands and the arms and the wrists in the right manner. So I'm going to just turn side on for you for a second, and I just want you to get your lead hand and just rest it. So if you imagine you were squirting a water pistol and your trigger finger squirting it under there, so that's what you want there. And then from that point you can close the fingers over and you've got the hand there. So if I now turn around, for power we want a slightly stronger grip. 1, 2, 3 knuckles. Because we want a stronger grip, we want to get more wrist action and release that club, but we want to release it in the right manner. From that point then, we're going to put the right hand almost palm facing the target. Wrap the fingers around it again, trigger fingers down there. So if you look at the V's on my hands, they both go up toward my trail shoulder. So we are in that position. That slightly stronger grip is going to produce that lovely little draw spin, which is going to help the ball go further. You can see, if I just go back here again for a second, if you notice how I've taken it, I've got both feet touching. So the ball is probably a shade close to my lead foot here. So when I set up, the back of the golf ball's in line with the heel, and that is going to help me hit the golf ball up, because if I don't hit the golf ball up, I'm never going to hit it far. If I hit it down this way, so if I'm back here, we hit downwards on it, look at that glove face, so it's just going to hit the ball down, it's never going to go anywhere, possibly just in front of you. So we want feet together, separate them, get it on the back of the ball on the instep of that heel. And from that point now, you're nicely behind that impact. So we're going to make that nice solid rotation. And our checkpoint for our rotation would be chest facing away from the target. So let's just see that from down the target line view. Rotation. Full chest facing you guys on the screen. So if you haven't got that, and many people would probably be a bit more there, with nice level shoulders, again ready for that nice downward hit with no power, then that's a reference point that you want to get. You want to use that there up to the top of the backswing, and then the sequence is vital that we start here, lower half of the body, use the ground. So we want to go towards the target with the lower half. We want to separate the lower half's movement from the upper half's. And then we want to keep that movement going, feel that belt buckle turning and thrusting towards the target, Notice the hands, the club, the arms all trailing the movement of the body. Notice how the right elbow's tucked in and that airflow ball still under the armpit. And then as we get through to impact, we want maximum release. And that is what it looks like. The club head at its furthest point from the lead shoulder. Right in there. Too many people. We see this. We see this. We want that. That's full release of the golf club. Right, let's give it a go. So just tuck that back under there. So we're going to take my setup. We've got good ball position. So we want that nice turn. Keep the airflow ball in place. Maximum release through impact. I've still got it. There we go. Trust me, this is going to help you hit the golf ball much further. You'll more than likely as well, when you get that release and the impact, you'll hit it much straighter. You'll have more control over your curve as well. More fairways, easier second shots, lower scores. Guys, give it a go. It definitely works. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out all the rest of Golf Monthly's videos on the website there as well. And I look forward to seeing you guys again next time.